Sometimes you just don't know whether a girl is pregnant or overweight. Of course, you can always ask, but they either get offended or they avoid the topic altogether. The case is the same with the fitness influencers who make a drastic difference in their physique in a short period of time, but they forget to mention that they're not nutty anymore. So today's video is about the most famous boy in the fitness industry. Joe Fraser, you've probably heard of him. He bulks, he cuts, he gets fat and gets skinny again. Always documenting his progress for the past 6 years, from 14 to 20 years of age. So now we're gonna take a look at his 6-year transformation, and we're gonna discuss whether those 35 kilograms of weight he's gained are all natural. He started at 50 kilograms and he's been progressing very slowly. Actually wait, his progress was slow and steady until recently, when his muscles suddenly started to pop. Yeah, his physique really started looking very interesting. So today we're gonna be speculating whether the most famous natural boy is still nutty or did he decide to join the dark side. I can tell you one thing, it's only discipline and maybe Anavar did give you this look. As I said, Joe Fraser's been working out since 6 years, starting very skinny at 50 kilograms. I haven't seen a skinnier thing except in my pants. And you probably expect that if a skinny boy like this works out for 6 years, he's gonna grow into a bodybuilder. But no, progress isn't fast, especially if your genetics aren't very good. Just like me, Joe Fraser says himself that he does not have good genetics. And that's the thing he blames his average physique on, just as I do. And after a full year of working out, his arms are still less girthy than Johnny Sins's instrument. Also have in mind, he's been bullied in school for being very skinny. And believe me, that can bring you down quite a lot. We're now 2 years in his bodybuilding journey. 3.5 years and still, he doesn't look like he's working out a lot. His bench at this point is 90 kilograms. 4 years in, and the only thing we can say is that when he cuts, his abs look good. He starts looking like something decent in year number 5. And I believe his arms are his best body part. Progress has been slow and steady until now. And when you're natural, usually progress is like this. From year number 5 to year number 6 though, his progress looks the best. This is kinda suspicious because when you're natural, your progress is the best in your first years of training. And in year number 6, he suddenly looks bigger and more ripped. And that's especially true for the last few months. But let's not give quick conclusions. He may just be on super creatine or taking 3 times the recommended daily dose of creatine. Let's take a look at his strength progress. Here he's gonna show us his 1 rep maxes. But first I'm gonna tell you what I think. I believe he's using SARMs from time to time. Have in mind he lives in England and they're very easily accessible there. We're gonna be comparing his strength from the age of 18 to the age of 20. He's always been saying that he has bad genetics, but I don't really think that. Yes, his chest is weak, but his legs are extremely strong for his size. Starting with his squat, at the age of 18, he squatted 150 kilograms with 4 years of gym experience. How much do you think he's gonna lift it now 20 with 6 years of training experience? Well, just 170 kilograms. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot, I can't squat those kilograms. His bench, 90 kilograms at the age of 18, 100 at the age of 19. How much would it be at 20? Having in mind that he stopped benching. Well, just another 10 kilogram increase. Do you know who else lifts that much weight? Well, me, I lift that much. Now I did pause the weight and I do have 114 kilograms on me. But 110 kilos is a weight probably most people will never lift. Some won't lift that amount of weight even on gear. Moving on to his deadlift, his strongest exercise. His long arms aren't good for the bench, but they're excellent for the deadlift. He lifted 180 at 18, 205 at 19, and today 220 kilograms, which is a little bit suspicious. Now yes, he hasn't increased his lifts drastically. So still I can't 100% guarantee that he's not nutty anymore. But after this clip, which was 6-7 months ago, he hasn't been saying a word about his maxes. Also have in mind, depending on what kind of oral steroids or SARMs you might be taking or injecting, your face might get a little bit puffy. And in the past few months, his face did change a little bit in my opinion. Although he's leaner, which might be indicative of something that retains water. The biggest difference that drugs will give you is the visual. Actually, we're watching his last video in which he gives us advice on how to become a better man. Firstly, focusing on the muscles that actually matter. The arms, the shoulders and the back. He didn't mention one other very important thing, which has to be both trained for girth and for length, but from what I've heard, the girth is more important. Another suspicious thing is that he advertises his workout program, and more people are going to buy it if they see him jacked. Have in mind he has the potential to make millions with it. He did make a shit ton of progress in the past few months, and you would have noticed if you've been closely following him. Serums and steroids give you a very good visual effect. You look like you're always pumped, and he's also tanning, which will also make your muscles pop a bit more. Of course, nowhere as near as much as gear, but little things do add on. Now, I don't think you need to tan in order to look better, but if you have money to waste, go ahead and do it. Another thing is that in this clip he shows that he had bad acne. A lot of teenagers develop acne. But if he takes a lot of gear and he has a little bit of acne, that acne is going to become a lot of acne. So it may be an indication of gear usage. And for sure, if you had acne at 16-17, it's not gonna be worse if you're 20. I believe his worst acne was at 19. What about his diet? How are things there? Well, he's about 4,500 calories. And in the past he roughly ate the same amount of calories, but he got fat. Now though, somehow those calories get absorbed better from his body. I mean, he doesn't eat bad, but he doesn't eat the best. He does eat junk, he does eat healthy food, so it gets balanced out. But my point is that he is getting even leaner on 4,500 calories, unlike before. So I do kinda believe that he's upgraded his body. So that's what I think. Thank you for watching and leave a comment down below what you think.